We're going to partner up. We're just going to review some basic standing stuff that I haven't covered in quite a few months. We'll talk about breaking the wrist grips, right? So when Liam grabs my wrist, first thing I'm always starting with my base, so I get good base, right? And then I just point my elbow towards the opening of the thumb and bring it that way, okay? Don't just do it super quick. Make sure it's nice and slow, and imagine if they're much bigger and stronger than you. If I grab Liam like this and I'm really hanging on, he's going to go here, then he needs to bring his elbow to me. And then that for sure is going to clear. Okay, so he grabs this way, that's going to clear. If he grabs cross, I bring it to my belly and then up to clear it, okay? So I attach it to my stomach, again, so if he's super huge, okay, and I'm rotating my shoulders. As I rotate my shoulders back up, that's when you break that off. Okay, very simple, back and forth with your partner, go ahead. As soon as he grabs me, I get base, just to make sure that my thumb rotates to that opening instead of doing it here, because that's where we're breaking the grip. When we work, grab my gi, when I break the gi grips, it's always the same thing, right? That's the opening, that's the direction. If I start to try and break his grip this way, or even straight up, and he's hanging on tight, it's never gonna break, right? With the red dot, the middle of his hand, that's the direction. I can go very gently. If I keep going that direction, that grip's gonna break, because it's breaking here, between his thumb and his fingers. So he grabs my gi, I get good base, I grab. I'm gonna grab no gi, so I'm just gonna grab right around the wrist bone like this. I'm gonna find where that red dot is pointed. If he's got it turned in, right? I may have to rotate it a little bit, and then I just go away from the dot. And if he's huge, he grabs, the same thing. I'm just gonna move myself away instead of trying to move him away. Okay? The gi grip now, go ahead. My hands are up, he grabs my wrists, one wrist or both, right? Hand to my chest, bring my elbow over the top. Hand to my chest, bring my elbow over the top, okay? Back and forth, go ahead. All right, turtleneck. You have to make sure we're in a good turtleneck. So I'm gonna try and snap his head down. I can't do it if I go for a headlock. I can't break him down, right? So first, his neck is turtle, ears pulled back. It's hard for me to even choke there, get a good bite on his neck. I can't pull his head down. If I go in for the headlock, he keeps his base in good alignment, right? What is base? Base is a pyramid, so that your silhouette or your posts are always outside the silhouette, right? Like a pyramid, the corners are always outside the silhouette. That's what creates good base. So he has to have that. As I come in here, he connects his hips just a little bit to the back of my leg. Once he's turtleneck, there's no way I'm gonna break him down. Okay, so we're testing, get a headlock, testing. Make sure you guys both have good turtleneck. Okay, go ahead. To me, I'm gonna get good base now. And when we're talking about our jiu-jitsu base, right? It's kind of wide. It's wider than it would be if we were doing boxing or kickboxing with my hips forward. Kind of an L shape here. Hips forward, knees bent, turtleneck, elbows inside, right? I'm here, he reaches up and grabs my neck. My hands come to the inside, and I'm gonna turn and take a 2-on-1, okay? This is right as he's reaching for it. Ideally, it's right there, okay? Before he gets a chance to really lock it on. My hands are already up, he headbutts or anything else. And then I'm shrugging my shoulder and lifting this up to catch the hand here. Okay, once you get a 2-on-1, I just want you to hold it here for a second. We're gonna use this in a minute. Just hug it to your body for now. Okay, not out here. Get yourself nice and close to it, okay? So as soon as he reaches for it, I'm clearing, hugging it to my body, hanging on nice and tight, okay? Back and forth, go ahead. Okay. First thing I want is those hands up for that, right? You clear it to here. You guys are at the 2-on-1. I'm gonna grab with my thumb and just easily switch to that threaded 2-on-1 that I like a lot, okay? So you're here. All you do is you bring his thumb up towards his own face. I make a fist and I thread it like this, okay? And yeah, this part here will hurt. Like you can grind it, it's a little bit painful, but that's not the point, and I'm not trying to hurt him. I want control over his body. So if I bring his wrist up and I keep myself behind that tricep, it's gonna be very hard for him to hit me, do anything else. If I wanna get him to the mat, I can just squat. I can choke him here, pretty quick rear naked choke if I want to. I can move him, okay? So it's a nice control hold. So from the 2-on-1, you guys are right here, and it'll happen naturally too if the guy wants to do like a bicep curl and get his hand back. As he brings it back, I go with it and lock it up there. Make sure you stay behind. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for frequent updates because we're updating this every week. And make sure you comment and like and share our videos. We appreciate it, and we definitely try and respond to all the comments. And if you like what we're doing and you like the material, check out SBG University, SBGU, and you're going to see a ton more in much greater depth than what you see here on YouTube. Thank you very much.